like Taylor Mason's going out. Emily Hutton. Andrea Burgess is trailing on the sprint. Emily Osmus is, nope. Emily Hutton. Emily Hutton is sprinting. I apologize. They're dropping the ball in on the other side of the pool. I was used to King's Pool where they dropped it in on this side. Andrea Burgess, Emily Osmus, and please forgive me, the lights are shining and I can't see everybody's cap, so I know you can't see them at home. On this side, and then the other side is Taylor, Emily Hutton, and who's the one next to Emily Hutton? Is that Ava?
Yeah, Ava.
Ava is next to Emily Hutton. She's trailing, Emily Hutton sprinting. And they blow the whistle. And it's the start of the game. Looks like Emily Hutton won the sprint. MLK is on offense. Passed it down line. Emily Hutton's got the ball on the right wing. Chandler Burrell's got the ball up top. She's got an ordinary foul and an inadvertent horn blow on the clock. Emily Osmus has the ball. She passed it over to Taylor. Taylor shoots wide of the goal. Ball's going the other way. Reset the clock. That's the clock buzzer, just in case you don't know. Ball's up top. Number 6 shoots over to the left wing. Ordinary foul on the right wing. Andrea drops back to help set. Now she's coming back over to the side, to the right wing, and the clock drops. Ball's going the other way. King now holds possession. Looks like Taylor Mason was wide open and the goalie couldn't get to the ball fast enough to pass it down to her. Andrea Burgess has the ball up top. Andrea Burgess. She's up. She's up. She passes it over to Emily Hutton wide. Emily Osmus has the ball. Ordinary foul. She called inside of the 5 meter. So if you're inside of the 5 meter on an ordinary foul, you cannot shoot the ball. The ball is not live. And the shot, and Mather blocks it. Beautiful block. That was a great shot, by the way. Powerful. Luckily, she expected it. Ava Nelson passes it over to Emily Osmus, I apologize. And she passes it over, and there's a 5 meter, is it number 5 or 5 meter? Number 5 is excluded. We're in a 6-on-5 situation. Ball goes all the way over to the right wing with Emily Hutton. Ball's up top, Chandler. Emily Osmus.
Yeah.
And the ball bounces off and CDM retains possession. Ordinary fouls issued. Back to normal, 6-on-6. There's an open player.
Right side.
There's an open player, and she's smothered. Ordinary fouls issued. Pass all the way across the, and she tipped it, and they're calling a 2 meter throw in on the side. She's going to have to go all the way over to the side of the pool. Once she makes that ball live, she can shoot it over there legal now. Compared to years past, they changed the rule recently. and shoots and scores. That's a battle that's been going on for probably 5 or 6 years. They started playing together at 9 years old, both of them against each other. CDM player got the best of her that time. CDM makes a couple of changes. Chandler Burrell over to Emily Osmus. Emily passes it to Emily Hutton. Emily gets an ordinary. Passes over to Chandler Burrell. Chandler shoots and scores. She was almost dead center of the cage. She shoots and scores. Beautiful shot, Chandler Burrell. It's kind of an off speed. Scores now 1-1. 3:30 left in the first quarter. CDM's got control of the ball. Ball's up top. Pitched over to the side. There's an exclusion on Andrea Burgess, number 4. 6-on-5 situation here.
Good.
All the way over to the right wing. She crashes all the way up against the lane line, shifts the whole offense. And there's a shot and a field block. There's a field block. Ava Nelson with the field block in the middle. She was guarding post. We're back normal. Abby Ruiz is in for Andrea Burgess. There's Emily drew the exclusion and shoots and scores.
Good job.
The player swam over the top of Emily Osmus. She drew it. The other offensive player saw her immediately and got her the ball, and she shoots and scores wide of the goalie. Scores now 2-2. Fairly evenly matched game here. We have another player coming in. Looks like Sophia Gucher. Chandler's guarding set. I know that's going to be a big-time battle. And she shoots and scores. Set player's got 2 points so far this game, early in the first quarter. 2:22 left. No, it's 3-2. They're up. It's 3-2, CDM. Ordinary fouls issued over on the right wing. She is not live. And she just missed Taylor just a tiny bit. She'd have had to pitch that ball out just a little bit further over the top of the defender. Right wing.
On her.
Top center. Over to the right wing. Into set. And it goes wide of the goal. Another shot by number 4 in the middle. She is dominant tonight. She easily could have snuck that inside of the goal if she'd have had a tiny bit more time, but that was a beautiful shot. Emily Osmus has the ball. Ordinary foul is issued. She is not live now. She has to pass the ball out. Get lives again. Sorry. Gets live again. Chandler has the ball. Chandler nails it and she scores. That's 2 by Chandler Burrell. It barred in from the top and landed on the inside of the goal and then snuck inside of the goal once it landed in the water. Scores now tied 3-3. Jade initially, now she's in. Made a few substitutions here. Sophia Gucher. Player draws the ordinary. She's on the left wing with the ball. CDM's got the ball back up on the top left. Ball's entered into set.
Honor.
Ball's back into set. Shot it over the top of the goal. Coach throws the ball in. King's ball, still tied 3-3. Ball's shot over to Abby Ruiz. Abby has the ball on the left wing. Pitches it over to Emily Osmus up at the top of the key. Emily's got the ball. Emily makes a beautiful offensive move. And they did not award her an exclusion on that. And the player swam over the top of her when she was transitioning. Wow. Sophia Gucher did a wonderful job. Ball goes over the top of the goal. That was a great shot. King's ball, still tied 3-3 with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. They're probably going to hold it for the last shot of the quarter. Ball shot. Ew, it hit the bar and bounced out. End of one. It is now live. King is up 3-2. Start of second quarter. King wins the sprint. And there's an exclusion at 6. We're now in a 6-on-5 situation. Andrea Burgess, the ball shot way over the top of her. She pitches it to Emily Osmus. Abby Ruiz. All the way over to Emily Hutton. Emily Osmus. Andrea Burgess. And she knocks it off the side. Emily Hutton has control again. We are now back even. And she shoots and scores! Beautiful post move right when they came even. That was Chandler Burrell. Chandler has 3 goals this game. Scores now 4-2. MLK versus CDM. CDM with possession of the ball. Andrea Burgess is now out. She's wide open and she bangs it wide left side of the goalie on a skip shot. Scores now 4-3 King. That was a beautiful shot. She skipped it under the arm, outstretched arm of Sophia Mather on the left-hand side. CDM was so aware of that as soon as that exclusion occurred. Emily has it. She draws the ordinary. Passes it to Ava Nelson. Abby shoots and misses, nails it right in the goalie's gut. Right wing. She draws the ordinary, passes it back up top.
Watch them, they're going in.
And there's a field block, beautiful field block. Ava. Once again, that's the second field block she's had this game. She is getting up in the air tonight. Ball's passed over to, that's Jade. Jade's in the pool. Jade has the ball. There's no spacing in this pool right now. Chandler Burrell. Chandler shoots and scores! That is 4 goals tonight for Chandler Burrell. Score's now 5-3 King. Chandler is absolutely dominant tonight. Looks like the what number is that? Looks like the number 8 and the number 4 show in this game for both respective teams. I don't know what's going on here. All right, the ball gets thrown into CDM. We're about to go live. There's 4:47 left in the second quarter. King is now up 5-3. Chandler Burrell has 4 goals in this game.
Honor.
And the ball is sent into set. She gets it out of there, and she shoots and and misses. I'm sorry, the goalie blocked it. It was a good hard shot. Ball sent in over to the right. 2-meter throw in from the side. And the ball is stolen. Emily Osmus skied and tipped the ball, and Sophia Gucher got a steal on that one. Mathers got the ball. Passes it in to Ava. Ava's got the ball. Passes it into Presley. Presley passes it over to the star so far, Chandler Burrell. Chandler passes it into Emily Osmus, and Emily Osmus shoots and scores. Those two have been working together since they were 6 years old. They've seen each other do everything in the water together. Score's now 6-3 King. Emily was at set this time. Taylor Mason is now out, and Emily Osmus is playing set for now. There's a lot of versatility on both of these teams here. Emily's guarding set, and a beautiful backhand. Beautiful backhand. Number 2 for CDM. Score's now 4-6. Have a great helper down here, has a scoreboard on her phone, and she's keeping track of everything. Timeout, CDM. King's ball. Scores now 6 MLK, 4 Sea Kings. Ball's blown live. Chandler Burrell with the ball up top. She draws the ordinary, passes it over to Emily Osmus. Back up to Chandler. Back over to Emily Hutton. Emily draws the 5-meter. There's a 5-meter drawn on that one. Hutton's up for the shot. Shots and scores. Scores now 7-4. MLK Wolves. Ball's blown live. Ball's over on the right, top of the key. Ordinary foul issue. There's a off the ball foul somewhere, contra. Ball's going back to King the other way. Ava's got the ball. She's driving. She pitches it back up to Chandler Burrell. Chandler's up. Emily.
There you go.
Emily passes it to And there, it was a field block. That ball's not live until the goalie makes it live because it went out of bounds. She's now up.
Left side, left side.
That's Sophia Gucher. She was trailing and she caught her. Then a field block. Beautiful field block. Was that Ava again? Sophia Gucher blocked that one that time. Beautiful block. That you could hear the thump up here reverberate. Ball's over to the right wing. She pitches it into Emily Osmus. Emily's up. She shoots and scores. That young lady is probably going to be an Olympian someday. She is just so dominant for her age.
She's already played in a couple of female
Yeah.
tournaments. Hungary, I think she was there, and she was in the one in Florida a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah. She's
Pretty amazing.
a young lady that I think she was playing for the youth national team at like 13, I believe.
12, 13.
Yeah. She is. She's an anomaly. I mean, she's just a phenom. Looks like they're trying to create separation in the middle for set. The ball's up at the top of the key. Sophia Mather blocks the ball. Looked like it was kind of an off-speed shot there, trying to catch the goalie sleeping. Those are sometimes some of the hardest goals to hit. And there's a exclusion. Abby Ruiz draws the exclusion. The MLK is now in a 6-on-5 situation. They are up. Ball's passed over to Nicole. Emily Osmus. Back over to Abby Ruiz. All the way over. She shoots and scores. Beautiful shot. That was Gucci, right?
Who was that? All the way over. The one swimming all the way over.
That was Sophia Gucher. Beautiful shot. She caught and shot all in one motion, all in the air. It was beautiful. That's exactly what they teach you at the upper levels. Score is now 9-4 King.
Be up.
Ball's all the way over to the left wing. Back up top. Over to the right. And another field block. And she picks up the garbage, and Sophia Mather just killed it. I mean, she is just dominant tonight. Blocking everything. She's like a fly trap. And Chandler Burrell draws the ordinary. Emily Osmus, she's looking for it. She's calling for it. Back to Chandler. Abby gets the ball, and it sails over the top of the goal. Ball's going back the other way. There's 32 seconds left in this quarter. Enough time for 2 possessions. First one 30 seconds, the second one about 5. Depending on when they shoot during this possession. Ball's up in the top of the key. Pitched in the set. Pitched back over to the right. Back over to the middle. Shots and scores. Beautiful shot. She caught that ball and shot it in one fluid motion. Just beautiful. Score's now 9-5. MLK's up. 10 seconds left in the quarter until halftime. MLK's been on a little scoring drought here the last few possessions. Goalie's up. She's now allowed to pass half, which she wasn't before the rules changed. 2 seconds, 1 second, and she shoots and the goalie catches it. Score's now 9-5. King. End of halftime. We're about to start the third quarter. Everyone's getting lined up. Just in case you guys don't remember from the last 2 games we've done, we're not switching sides due to the COVID restrictions as we normally do. King's on the right, CDM's on the left. Ref's about to drop the ball in. Looks like CDM's got a good jump this time. And King's got the ball once again. Emily Hutton. She's been on fire tonight. Chandler Burrell's got the ball. She takes off. She makes a beautiful. Chandler is driving. Emily Osmus has the ball. Pitches it into Chandler. Chandler pitches it, and the goalie tips it out wide. So there's the ball's given back to King on the 2-meter. She's got to pitch it all the way over to the side. Once she makes that ball live, she is allowed to shoot the ball from out there. She can actually drive in once she makes it live. Ball pitched into Andrea Burgess. Ordinary fouls issued. Pitched in. Emily shoots it and nails the top of the cage, and the ball shoots way over the top of the cage. Melissa Seideman's running after the ball right now, and the ball scoots further under the bench. Ball gets thrown in. The goalie snatches the ball from in the water. Pitched over to the left side. An exclusion. Emily Osmus went way over the top of her back. There's a beautiful scoring opportunity now for CDM. All the way over to the right. She's trying to shift the entire offense and get them out of position. One more. And she shoots and scores. Beautiful shot there. Emily took an opportunity to go over the top of the player and possibly get a ball under, but the ref called her for a foul. She swam over the top of her back to possibly do that. Absolutely valid call there. Alvaro doesn't like to call. So the pass was over to Andrea Burgess. Andrea did not see the ball, and the ball bounces off the side of the cage and bounces out. It slipped past the goalie. That was going to be a game type decision right there that was going to open the game back up again. Score's now 6-9. King is still up in this game. Ball under in that situation. The ball is not live right now. She has to pass the ball. That is not a situation you want there. That is not a situation you want there. Andrew's got 2 fouls already. Ball's all the way over to the right side, and she shoots over the top of the goal there. That was a prime scoring opportunity for CDM. Ball over to Emily Osmus. Emily's got front water. Come and blocks it. Beautiful block by that goalie there for CDM. Beautiful block. They're up two players. Andrea closes in on the one. The player with the ball is wide open, and she shoots it over the top of the goal there. Timeout, King. That's a good timeout by that coach because CDM's got some momentum going in this game right now.
There's a little bit of fire. And there's one more pass that you can make, okay? You got to fire up and make sure that we're looking for make sure that the one before, you're up big, you have 3 or 4
Both coaches giving some enthusiastic speeches right now.
No.
This is a good timeout for King. I believe CDM had a lot of momentum in this game right now. Referee's checking one of the players' nails right now.
Start to drag.
Looks like the entire starting lineup for King is back in. Emily Osmus has the ball. Looking for one of the players in the middle, wide open. And she's under. Emily was looking for a foul, but she was under. She didn't make a water polo move, therefore she wasn't issued that exclusion. CDM's got much momentum right now. Just beautiful. Right wing, all the way up top. Back over to the right. Ordinary foul is issued. Ball is dumped over in the corner. That was a patented move. Emily Osmus swam free of the offensive player. The offensive player saw it and put the ball where the new offensive team had to go a long distance to get the ball, killing a possible scoring opportunity. And there's Chandler Burrell draws an exclusion there.
Pass around.
Andrea Burgess with the ball. Back over to the wing. Back over to Emily Osmus. Back over to Andrea Burgess. Chandler Burrell, she shoots and blocks. Blocked. Ordinary fouls issued. Wide open. A player is wide open. And she shoots and scores, lobbed right over the top of the goalie. Scores now 9-7. King is still up in the game, but CDM has all the momentum in this game right now. Looks like King is swimming in molasses right now. CDM had a fire lit under them. Chandler Burrell passes over to Emily Osmus. Passes it all the way over. Ball under. There's 2-on-1 over here. There's a 2-on-1 situation with a player trailing. She catches her. Taylor's trying to catch the other player. Falls all the way over to the right wing.
Honor.
Falls all the way over there, and she's about to shoot, and she scores! Score is now MLK 9, CDM 8. CDM has all the momentum in this game right now. All the momentum. It's a 1-point game. Third quarter with 1:59 left in the clock in the third quarter. King now has the ball. King's making a few substitutions. Looks like King needs one more player. Bailey Rose is back in. Emily Osmus has the ball. Passes it over to Sophia Gucher. Passes it over to Abby Ruiz. Abby misses the pass to Emily Osmus. She shoots and goes over the top of the goal. Andrea Burgess. Oh no, that's Chandler Burrell. I'm sorry. Beautiful. Oh, there's a scoring opportunity. Oh, and it's caught by the defender. Emily just pitched it over the top of her back, just trying to hopefully catch the cage, but it did not. And she shoots and scores! Tie score 9-9. This is a tie score. CDM came back from a 4-point deficit in the third quarter. They are just dominating in the third quarter. King looks like they're swimming in molasses right now. Looked a little too overconfident here. Ball, Emily Osmus draws an ordinary. Ava's got the ball. 3 seconds. They're telling her to dump the ball. She now dumps it. Kills the possible threat. Taking their time. They're going to use the clock. There's 22 seconds left in the third quarter. So there's last possession here. And the ball gets pitched over. And there's a turnover. Steal by Andrea Burgess. Emily's got it. 2 seconds. 1 second. And it gets waved off. It was not going to be a goal even if it went in. Score's now tied at the end of 3. Looks like King's coming out with the majority of its starting lineup from the first quarter, start of the game. Refs just told the crowd, because there's no scoreboard right now, that it is currently 9-9. And this is the final quarter. King has won all 3 thus far. And it's close. And King wins the 4th one. King has won all 4 sprints this game so far. Chandler Burrell with the ball in the middle. She passes it over to Taylor. Taylor gets the ball. And there's an exclusion issued.
Ball!
Taylor Mason. She's got the ball. Andrea Burgess on the left wing. Passes it. Emily Hutton. She slides back out. Emily Hutton again. And she nails it! Abby Ruiz nails it! It skipped all the way across the pool and hit the crossbar on the left-hand side and bounced in. It's like a rock skipping on a flat pond.
Yeah!
King is now up 10-9, so close game. Lot of intensity.
On him, on him. On him.
And she's up, and she's faking, and she shoots it wide. She shoots it wide. The goal, nope. Initially, the coach for CDM was calling that the goalie hit the ball, but the ref said no. I'm not giving that to you. Chandler Burrell, Emily Osmus. Shoot! Emily, and she draws a 5-meter. She draws a 5-meter. Emily across the middle. Chandler Burrell hit her. She was driving. She had 3 players on her. One climbed on her back and immediately issued a 5-meter shot. Emily Osmus nails it. King is now up 11-9. Abby Ruiz and Emily Osmus, the heroes of the game so far. Still a lot of time left in this game, and CDM still has a ton left in the tank. Right wing. Ball up at the top. Issues ordinary.
No. Get her!
All the way over to the right, or to the left, I'm sorry.
D up. Good job, D up!
And she pitches it over. And the steals. Beautiful defense by King there. And there's some fisticuffs going on in the middle of the pool. All the way on the offensive end for King. Andrea Burgess. Andrea's driving. And she gets an exclusion. An ordinary only. Wow. It's interesting. Very interesting call.
Let's go.
And there was a contra foul there going on.
Damn. Horrible.
Nope. Hey. Ordinary foul issued.
D up.
Into set. Emily got a piece of that. That was a field block. That was a beautiful field block. Andrea Burgess up on the left wing. Andrea Burgess with the ball. She's driving. She pitches it into Taylor Mason. Oh, the
Come on!
timeout, Melissa Seidemann, timeout, CDM.
Nice job.
That was beautiful defense. She had perfect positioning. Perfect positioning. Taylor couldn't get the ball out of the water fast enough. Situation here. King is now up 11-9. CDM's ball, passes it into the goalie.
Come on, D up!
4:29 left in the game, fourth quarter. Coach Alvaro is upset right now. And the ref blows the whistle for the ball live. And there's a turnover. Abby Ruiz draws the turnover there. Said the CDM player.
Go, swim! Middle. Shoot!
Emily Hutton. No, she did not make it. Coach was saying go cross cage, and she went near side, and that was a bad decision on her part. She waited a little bit too long, and the pass was not perfect. That ball had to be perfectly passed in order for that to be a good play. Emily Osmus is defending. Over to the left wing. And it shoots wide of the goal. It looked like it went in from here because of the glare of the lights, but it went wide of the goal.
Let's go, CDM!
3:40 left in the clock. King is now up 11-9. Very interesting game. Ball is into Chandler Burrell. She draws an ordinary. Back up top to Abby Ruiz. Over to Andrea Burgess, Emily Osmus. And an exclusion. She drew an exclusion. I thought initially it was a 5 meter, but she only drew an exclusion. Emily Hutton, Andrea Burgess, Abby Ruiz, Emily Osmus, Chandler Burrell, the star of the game thus far, and Sophia Gucher, all in the 6-on-5 situation.
Go!
Emily passes it over to Abby. Abby back up top to Emily Hutton. Emily Hutton passes it over to Gucher. Back over to Emily Osmus. Back over to Abby Ruiz. Back over to Emily Hutton. And it's a field block, a beautiful field block.
There you go, Lily. Good go, Lily.
Beautiful field block there. That ball reverberated from up top here. And that ball barred in from the top, shoots and scores. CDM shoots and scores, 2:39 left on the clock. It's now King 11, CDM 10, 1-point game. It's a wonderful situation here, exciting. Hope you guys can feel the excitement at home. Emily Osmus with the ball, passes it over to Andrea Burgess. Emily's driving, looking for someone, anyone, back to Emily. Back over to the side, Sophia Gucher. Andrea's driving on one side. Looks like there's a rotational situation here. Back over to, and it's blocked. That was Nicole.
Good, CDM.
CDM can tie the score here.
Be up, be up.
Really drive! Really move!
Be up, be up.
Right wing, she pitches it in. Ordinary issued. Back over to the right wing. Back over, and it's stolen.
Good job.
Looked from up here like the player grabbed Andrea Burgess by the back of the neck and pushed her under to swim over the top of her. Just my opinion, though. Andrea Burgess is trying to get the ball. Timeout. I want to give a shout out to Britton and Randy for sending me that text message.
Come on, kid.
That was pretty funny. We got a play here. 57 seconds left. She's trying to draw an ordinary. Trying to draw an ordinary. Does not get one. She makes it live. She sends it into set. She's trying to turn. And a good steal. 44 seconds left on the clock with King with the ball.
Pass it around. Open up.
Coach is telling them to hold up a little bit. Use the clock. Emily Osmus with the ball. Emily gets dunked under the water, and timeout is issued there. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. 22 seconds left in the game. There's a short timeout. The goalie's at half. She passes it. She's holding 7, 6. Emma, ooh, beautiful block. Oh, and King retains possession of the ball. Taylor Mason. She's got to get outside of the 2-meter. Ball's up to Abby, and all they have to do is kill the clock. All they have to do is kill the clock. 4 seconds. King is now up by 1. Clock is over. Beautiful game. This is a wonderfully played game, masterfully coached by both coaches. A lot of sportsmanship in this game. Wonderfully rough game. I want to thank CDM for hosting us. Final score, King 11, CDM 10. Really appreciate you guys watching the broadcast. Wonderful for you guys to be with us. Thank you.